Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This video is going to be on my full review of the Walther Ppq chambered in 22 long rifle. So get ready guys, this is going to be another glowing review here on Firearm Freedom because I absolutely love this pistol. It has now become one of my absolute favorite plinkers in the collection. So overall, you guys have been seeing this pistol come here and there on the channel, and you have most recently seen it in my 22Lr suppressor review, which I'll put a card right up in the right hand corner right now. So I've had this pistol in quite a few times, but I've actually never shown it in a full proper first impressions video. I've had absolutely no issues with the pistol. In fact, the only few hiccups that I had were using Federal Auto Match ammunition, and I'm really not sure if it was the ammunition or just simply breaking in the magazine or the gun itself, but I did have probably about 4 or 5 malfunctions out of 300 rounds. But other than that, CCI and all other types of 22 ammunition have run flawlessly through this pistol. As you see it right now, it's slightly different from how I originally got it. The only difference that I've currently made is this threaded adapter to run my Silencer Co. Sparrow on the end of it. They should really include this little adapter in the box with the gun. It's only about $28 to buy aftermarket from Silencer Co., but it's really not an expensive part for them to just simply throw in the box. Now, obviously, I understand that some states, you wouldn't have the legality of having the threaded barrel, but as long as it's being shipped to the proper state, I see no reason why it couldn't have this adapter shipped with it, especially because they do ship this provided wrench in order to get the centerpiece off. You guys will notice that at the end here, this adapter, after I've ran it suppressed twice now, has just been really eaten up. So the only complaint I have about this adapter itself is that it does come loose fairly frequently. The only unfortunate part is you cannot Loctite or rock set this piece onto the gun. And the reason for that is what we'll talk about next, and that is going to be takedown on the Walther. So in order to actually get the slide off of the gun, because this is a fixed barrel design, so the barrel is fixed to the receiver of the gun, you do need to unthread this entire adapter. And then once you take it off, it will actually also reveal that this is not, although it looks like it, it is not a striker fired gun. It is actually going to be hammer fired. And that is actually what's striking the firing pin. So it's a little bit of a different design, kind of a pain in the butt to have to take this off every time or to have to constantly be tightening it at the range with your suppressor on. But again, it's a very small complaint because the pistol itself has been phenomenal other than that. So I've taken this pistol out to so many different occasions. You can see we have some slight little 22 size battle scars here on the slide. The accuracy has been subpar. I think it's what you would expect out of a 22 pistol like this. And I really don't see this pistol as being the reason you're getting it is for accuracy. It just doesn't really sit in that role for me. For me, this is a great beginner pistol. It's a great pistol to teach somebody who has never shot a gun before how to shoot. It's actually how I've gotten quite a few people into shooting, was with this gun specifically. And I think it's a great trainer. So I use this as really a training tool to my larger guns. When I may not have enough money to bring out 9mm, I can always bring out some of the 22 from the collection to shoot. And now a more recent thing that I've used this pistol for is for some awesome quiet plinking fun at the range with my 22Lr suppressor. So this overall setup is just an absolute blast. And I got news for you guys. If you've never shot a 22 suppressor, if you were to bring these two to the range, you would be absolutely hooked to suppress shooting for life. What you guys are seeing right now in the back roll, and what you probably saw a little bit more in the beginning of the video, is just a little bit of how this gun sounds suppressed. And reality is the camera just does not do it justice. This thing runs like an absolute tank suppressed. It's an absolute blast. And I don't think you could go wrong, especially for the price point that you get these in. So it'll have the exact same profile as your full-size PPQ. So all you PPQ owners out there in full-size calibers, this would be an awesome training piece to have. You'll have your standard trigger. Since I don't have snap caps, I'm not going to dry fire it in this video, but you have a little bit of take up there and a semi-clean break, but the reset is a little bit odd to it. Because it's hammer fired, it has kind of a little bit of a hiccup feeling at the end of it, and it's just something to get used to. Some experienced shooters that I've had shoot this have definitely called that out immediately. It will have an adjustable rear sight And this rear sight, it's really nothing to cry home about. It kind of shifts side to side, and it's really not that sturdy. We're talking about a 22 pistol, so this isn't supposed to be like a die-hard, reliable, battle-proven pistol. It's really more so supposed to be your plinker for the range. You do have ambidextrous slide controls, which is always nice, and they're also really easy to get to. So obviously slide manipulation, no issues at all. And it's going to have your newest generation of PPQ frame, which is going to have the more Americanized magazine release. Talking about magazines, it does come with a 12-round factory magazine. I have actually not picked up any other magazines for this gun. I've been running it for the past couple of years with just one magazine. So that also speaks quite a bit for this little magazine with a tiny spring to be put through about 4,000 rounds with no issues. And I really haven't looked into it, but it would be awesome if somebody out there was making a little extendo mag for this. It would be an absolute blast to run this with the suppressor and like a 30-round mag of 22s out of it. I'm not sure if that is made out there, but I would definitely be on the market for it if it is made. So the actual presentation is just standard Walther PPQ. They are extremely ergonomic, just as ergonomic as a HK VP9 or P30. They all really fill the hand nice. Your bore axis is slightly high, but there's absolutely no recoil when you're shooting this gun. I mean, every single time you shoot it, you just really want to dump a magazine through it. You don't even really want to sit there and take time with your shots. There's just so little recoil that you just want to keep on shooting. The overall wear on the pistol has not been bad at all. You can see that on the internals, we have a minor amount of wear, but for the round counts that I have through this pistol, it's really not too bad. The barrel is still looking great. Now, obviously, this sleeve is actually kind of all connected, so the internal part there can be removed. So when you are taking on and off your adapter piece at the end, be a little bit cautious of that because your barrel is going to be kind of flopping in and out. It can be a little bit frustrating to get on and off. You guys can see here what I was talking about where it is hammer fired. So your hammer is going to be right there. The overall presentation with the Sparrow on the end of it just looks awesome. I mean, seriously, take a look at that. This is an ultimate little James Bond style gun, and the sound of it at the range is just unbelievable. I did also shoot this quite a bit with standard velocity CCI loads, and it was still 100% hearing safe because of the barrel length. The sights don't fully clear the suppressor, but they do get right to the top, and I had no issues shooting it at all. I would recommend, as a small tip, if you are going to be shooting this suppressed with the actual barrel adapter on there, I would 100% every single range day bring this small wrench that comes in the box with the gun with you. You'll find yourself quite frequently having to check this adapter for coming loose. Ideally, I wish this piece could be Loctited, but if you do that, you're gonna have quite a bit of a harder time getting the pistol apart to clean it. And as you guys know, 22s get dirty, but they get even dirtier when you run them suppressed. So by bringing this small wrench to the range, you can just kind of constantly keep up there and keep making sure that it's tight every time you do a couple of mag dumps. That's gonna wrap this video up. This little pistol is awesome, and I am really, really excited to just see how long it's gonna hold up. With this new suppressor, I'm going to be shooting it even more than I already do, so I will be keeping you guys updated on that. If you have any questions or comments at all about this pistol, please go ahead and throw them down below in the comments section, and I will get back to you. Also, head down to the description and check out the Firearm Freedom Facebook and Instagram account. On the Instagram account, I do daily posts, weekly live streams, and daily stories. We have an absolute blast there. You guys aren't going to want to miss out at all, so give those a follow. Also, if you really, really enjoy this content here on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you're always updated on whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more great videos to come soon.